Hey everyone. Today I'd like to talk about words. Now, I've noticed that in the asexual community and when it comes to asexual awareness, there are a lot of words that we use to try and convey a specific set of ideas and help people understand us. There's things like sex negative, sex positive, sex repulsed, accepting, um, romantic orientation, things that for I don't think we should stop using these words because they convey something. But I think that one thing that a lot of people forget is that words have meanings aside from the ones that we assign them. For example, one thing that I like to make sure I distinguish between are the words frustrating, and annoying. Because the word annoying that word bothers me, so I use frustration more for certain circumstances because annoying I have a bad history with that word. I'll just put it that way. So, and I think that, when we want to, convey shorthand information, like, oh, I'm a romantic asexual, oftentimes what happens when it comes to navigating identity, a lot of us subconsciously pick up on the other meanings that we have assigned these words that aren't just what we say they are. Like I can tell you, oh, a romantic asexual is someone who wants to engage in who has an orientation geared specifically towards romance, but a lot of us don't really think of it in those terms. A lot of us don't think as sex negative and sex positive, and specifically, oh, you think that sex is great, or you think that sex is bad, or you're shameful of sex. We think of all these other things. And I think that since a lot of us maybe don't recognize that or don't discuss our words so much, that we have a lot of problems. For example, I know that there are some people who would consider that I am not a real asexual because I define as sex repulsed. I know that some people think that there's something wrong with me because I can't be a real asexual, because clearly you're only repulsed by sex if something happened to you. I think that assuming that things is very willfully ignorant because you let yourself make a whole bunch of assumptions rather than delving into the meanings of things, because words are supposed to be shorthand to us. This is historically accurate. How many of us actually think in words all the time? Or we think in thoughts, I think in thoughts, I think in pictures, I think in a series of ideas that can't be accurately conveyed in words. But words are supposed to be shorthand to help my ideas come across, even if I can't do that completely. Language, insofar as conveying ideas and the completion of those ideas, it falls short, but if we don't discuss why it falls short, if we don't analyze that, and if we let things happen where we have people who take their assumptions and impose that upon other people because they aren't examining the words and aren't realizing that it's a shorthand, and they aren't examining what other meanings that they're attributing to those words, then shit happens. So I guess that, I don't know, words are important to me, and words, just like labels, are important to people because they feel like it's a shorthand for explaining to others and being understood, even if those words and labels do not completely convey who they are, and even if some people may feel trapped by those labels because they only convey to other people a specific number of things they can be, and all these other things. I think that, you know, maybe even our words, if we let ourselves be controlled by the other things that these words mean, then if we don't, you know, discuss the other meanings of those words, then I don't think we're going to be able to move forward. So look at what you say and look at what you think about it when you say those words, and think and just think, and ask yourself why, and never stop asking yourself why I think, because, or how, or why, or what, you know, because that's how you learn, and that's how people reach epiphanies, and that's how, you know, things get done, essentially, or begin to get done, because you realize that there's something in your words that doesn't match up with how you feel and how you think. Whew. All right. See you next week.